4th January 2018. I'm Ebony Brandon. These are today's top stories. Nationally, the Taiwanese government has handed over the vegetable, fruit and upland crop quality and safety improvement project facility to the government of St. Kitts and Nevis. Internationally, the rape and murder of a 6-year-old Pakistani girl has caused nationwide outrage. And in sport, the Boston Celtics have beat the Philadelphia 76ers at London's O2 Arena. We also have a look at the weather forecast and Carib update. Now for a look at the news in detail. The government of the Republic of China, Taiwan, has handed over the Vegetable, Fruit and Upland Crop Quality and Safety Improvement Project Facility, or VFU-CQSI, and a check of $241,000 for the Eco Park maintenance project to the government and people of St. Kitts and Nevis. The ceremony on Thursday marks Taiwan's latest gesture of support toward agricultural development in the Federation. Prior to the handover, the Taiwanese provided technical training and support to local personnel who will now take over operation of the VFU-CQSI facility. To date, the implementation of the VFU-CQSI has been instrumental in supporting the activities of the Ministry of Agriculture in ensuring the success of local crops. It has also been instrumental in boosting the confidence of the business community, particularly hotels, in the ability of local agricultural sector to service their needs with high-quality produce. Ministry of Agriculture officials confirmed yesterday that approximately 98% of the food produced in the Federation meets quality standards for consumption. The VFU-CQSI project was initiated in 2014 with the objective of improving the safety and quality standards of crops being produced and acting as a support system to farmers and the general public. Meanwhile, the contribution toward the Eco Park is expected to be used to support the operation of the facility as a strategic sustainability plan is formulated by the Ministries of Agriculture and Tourism. In other developments, while there's as yet no new rollout date for the new traffic lights in Bastère to come into operation, head of the traffic department on St. Kitts, Inspector Carl Kane, says plans from the police end of things are in place. Minister of Public Infrastructure Honorable Ian Liburd said late in 2017 that the lights would be commissioned in January 2018 instead of in December due to logistical and legislative issues pertaining to the lights which arose. The US $600,000 lights at the junctions at the bottom and top of 4th Street and on Lower Keon Street are intended to ease some of the severe traffic congestion affecting Bastère and make the roadways safer for both motorists and pedestrians. According to Keynes, the lights will also reduce the number of vehicular collisions, increase discipline and responsibility among drivers, and add organization and structure in the way which motorists operate at junctions. Regarding the delay in rolling out the new lights, Inspector Keynes was very candid and confirmed yet again that issues related to the legislation which will govern the traffic lights are part of the cause for the December 2017 postponement.
As I speak to Mr. Williams, it is being worked on. The police have done their part, and the other persons responsible to make it happen, they are working on it. So it is being worked on as we speak, and we know when the lights are switched on, everything will be in place.
Until the necessary legislation is passed, the lights cannot be switched on, as there would be no corresponding laws for the police to enforce in respect of their use. At the moment, there has also been no word on when the National Assembly will convene for its first meeting of 2018, at which time it's likely the necessary bill related to the lights will be introduced. This is the first phase of the traffic light implementation process. Inspector Keynes has noted that there will be a phase 2. However, the locations of any additional lights is still under consideration. For the moment, however, the pilot phase was targeted at the busiest traffic intersections in Bastère. Meantime, a number of new traffic regulations will come into being when the new lights come on stream. Already it's been announced that motorists leaving 4th Street and those traveling on Keon Street will no longer be able to enter Victoria Road. In addition to this, the inspector outlined a number of other traffic rules that will come into effect.
from the traffic lights going all the way down to, let's say, her Majesty's Prison Police, that will be restricted. Only 2 spots, as a matter of fact, will be left on Kearn Street. No parking. If any parking, it will be very limited. And of course, we will also have in place drop off and pick up timing. So you can't come to drop off and pick up any whole hour of the day. Again, calls for discipline. You have to come out at the drop off and pick up point, the timing that is to do your business. So again, it calls for discipline, and of course, all of us would have to make the adjustment. So these are some restrictions that will be done, and some of the turn-ins on Kearn Street. For example, you're traveling from west, traveling east along Kearn Street. Your wish is to go down Rosemary Lane. You can't turn across the traffic. You can't turn right. You have to go all the way down, get back onto Kearn Street by the next traffic light somehow, and once you're on the left now, you simply make a left turn without any ease, without any discomfort to anyone. So these are some of the things that have to be in place.
And in international developments this morning, there's growing outrage in Pakistan over the rape and murder of 6-year-old Zainab Ansari. Punjab authorities are being accused of not doing enough to keep children safe after a series of similar killings in the same area. There are calls for more awareness about the prevalence of sexual abuse in Pakistani society. Diana Karim reports.
They're calling for justice for Zainab, the girl whose body was found in a dump on Tuesday, 4 days after she went missing in a district south of Lahore. Protests have since broke out in several cities in Pakistan, some of them turning violent. There were funerals on Thursday for 2 men killed in the city of Kasur. An enraged crowd stormed a police station. Officers responded by firing live rounds on the demonstrators. Law enforcement is being blamed here. Zainab's father says the police did not act fast enough when his daughter went missing last week. The local police chief has been sacked for negligence related to the case.
If the culprits in earlier rape and murder cases had been caught and punished, then this incident would never have happened. If they had been given exemplary punishments, people's daughters would have been safe today.
11 other child murders have been recorded in the area in recent months. And in 2015, Kasur district was at the center of a child sexual abuse scandal. A number of suspects were arrested, accused of blackmailing scores of children into making sex videos.
The figures of child sexual abuse, child rape, child sodomy, child murders has soared in the past 3 to 4 years in the district of Kasur. And it seems to me that there is an element of pedophilia gangs and rings.
Police say they're still investigating leads in Zainab's murder and have interrogated 227 people in connection with the case. The number one suspect, the man seen here on the security camera with Zainab. It's the last time she was seen alive.
And in sport this morning, the Boston Celtics beat the Philadelphia 76ers 114-103 in front of a packed O2 Arena on Thursday as part of the NBA's Global Games series. The 8th regular season NBA game to be held in London was a home match for the 76ers, who led 57-48 at halftime and had won their past 4 games. But Eastern Conference leaders Boston rallied strongly to extend their own winning run into a 7th match. Celtics point guard Kyrie Irving, who said the game was pretty awesome, scored 20 points to help his side toward victory, with shooting guard Jaylen Brown top scoring for the Celtics with 21. Philadelphia shooting guard JJ Redick was the night's most prolific scorer with 22 points, but his side still slipped to a defeat that leaves them 9th in the 15-team Eastern Conference rankings. And now for a look at this morning's weather forecast. Over St. Kitts and Nevis today, the weather will be partly cloudy with a low or 30% chance of showers. Tonight is expected to be mostly cloudy with moderate or 60% chance of showers. Seas are moderate to rough with swells of 1.8 to 2.4 meters or 6 to 8 feet. Small craft operators are advised to exercise caution. However, a warning remains in effect for sea bathers against rough sea conditions. Winds are easterly at 14 to 18 miles per hour. The sea level pressure is 1018.0 millibars or 30.06 inches. The sun will rise tomorrow at 6:38 a.m. and set today at 5:55 p.m. And that concludes this morning's news presentation. Now for a recap of this morning's top stories. Nationally, the Taiwanese government has handed over the vegetable, fruit and upland crop quality and safety improvement project facility to the government of St. Kitts and Nevis. Internationally, the rape and murder of a 6-year-old Pakistani girl has caused nationwide outrage. And in sport, the Boston Celtics have beat the Philadelphia 76ers at London's O2 Arena. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay with us. In just a moment, Carib Update. I'm Ebony Brandon.